And we are live for This is Private Practice on Monday, the 19th of November. It's just gone 4:30 p.m. here in the Blue Mountains west of Sydney, where it's probably going to storm again in a minute. Welcome to summer. Well, spring, summer. I hope you are having a fabulous start to your week. Linda, I was so hoping you would turn up today. There are a few people I can count on. Carol, oh, you're still awake. That's awesome. But is it? Should you be asleep? It's always a little unnerving wondering if people are going to turn up when you do a Facebook Live. So I'm not sure if you have seen the Facebook post that I've made where I was awarded an award on Saturday as Rehabilitation Counsellor of the Year. And I want to talk about this today because I want to share with you how freaking uncomfortable I am with all of the praise and the thanks and the affirmation. And it became uncomfortable as soon as my name was said on Saturday night. And I'm not alone, because the people that we were sitting at the winners table. We had the physiotherapist of the year at our table and the speech pathologist of the year at our table. Congratulations, Angelo, and to Ed as well. But we all, I think, as health professionals, we're all so used to making our success the client's success and encouraging our clients and helping our clients take their own success, that we somehow feel like their success is not our own, and that it's somehow wrong or arrogant or prideful that we are recognized for the good work that we've done. And this is not acceptable, but I'm still struggling with it. I think the other part of this difficulty is that we as health professionals, we tend to be really, really harsh on ourselves, but on each other. And if you're involved in any other Facebook forums for health professionals, especially mental health professionals, we can actually be really nasty to each other. So quite often it's difficult to want to celebrate your success or promote yourself in a positive way or ask for affirmation, because we're used to people asking questions about, why do you need to do that? And shouldn't it be all about the client? And what about this person over there? They did something more spectacular than you. And what about all those other people who have done all those other things? So I actually want to challenge us all as health professionals to stop it. And I want to encourage everybody who watches and listens to think of three people that you can affirm this week and say, thank you for doing this. Thank you for being you. Thank you for your contributions to this or to that, to our profession. Every single one of us are in the professions we're in on purpose. If you're not, and you've lost your luster and your passion, please reach out and seek some help around that, okay? The work we do is hard enough without it being work we dislike or we're disengaged from or we're burnt out from. There is nothing wrong with us being good at what we do. In fact, our clients demand it. Just being a graduate isn't enough. They kind of expect more of us than that. Clients want to know that we're good at what we do and that we're good at what we do with them. So we need to get good and comfortable with how uncomfortable it is to express that, hey, I've won an award, or I've celebrated this achievement, or I've got my peers affirming me around this way. And maybe we should leave the lack of our perceptions around lack of professionalism or lack of ethics to our registration bodies or credentialing bodies, whose role pretty much it is to make sure that we all act professionally and in accordance with our code of ethics. I can't see any comments. I don't know what Facebook is doing, so I don't know how to participate in this conversation anymore. And that is a really annoying feature that has gone from Facebook. Boo, Facebook. So I actually had some great people around me on Saturday night, and I've had a couple of recordings of my thank you speech, which was completely unprepared because, to be honest, I was terrified that I wouldn't get called up or that I would get called up. And there was so much conflict for me that I didn't prepare how I was going to say thank you. But in the end, I was able to talk about how, as allied health professionals, when we're allied, when we're together, when we are working together in alliance with each other, that we actually achieve client success, which we need to be able to celebrate as an industry and as individuals in the industry. And it's exceptional for me because we tend to work with people when they're at this part of their life where work is really important. So if you think about a recovery journey from someone who's, say, been in hospital after a serious injury episode, heart failure, whatever it might be, they've had this period of hospitalization and recovery, and then they're an outpatient for a little while, and then they're usually a community patient for even longer, and then we start the reintegration into activities of daily living and leisure and work. So if the physios haven't done their job, and the OTs haven't done their job, and the podiatrists and the psychologists and the osteopaths and the chiros and the dietitians, and oh my gosh, now I'm scared I'm going to leave somebody off the list. If they haven't done their job by the time people get to us as the rehabilitation counsellors, then we're left with a much bigger, more difficult job to do. So I was really proud to be able to share that on the weekend. I thought it was a great way to affirm all the people that were in the room. And massive, massive congratulations to Serena and Chris who put on that event. 150 people in an inaugural first ever awards here in Australia, I think is just spectacular and fabulous. So my challenge to you is 3 people that you can affirm this week for who they are, who they serve, and the contributions that they've made to the profession. Let's go. Let's make that happen and start uplifting each other because there's enough tearing down going on. And maybe tomorrow I'll share with you the joys and the not so joyous times of Jo learning to add captions to her video, which won't be happening as a regular thing because seriously, I will go insane if I have to do that again. So I'm hoping to come to you live this week, every day. I can't see why that can't happen unless I haven't put something in my calendar. But I've got some great plans coming up this week. I'm going to be sharing with you more about the Kauai on Hawaii event that I'm involved in January. And of course, I'll be keeping you up to date with how the book is going. Thank you, Ellie, and your design prowess today. Let's go have a fabulous week, and I'll look forward to talking to you again really soon.